Thanks everybody. This is Jack, and this is another training call for my local marketing members. So I got a couple of questions already in the chat. So let me dig into the content. Lead Finder Jack. Is it possible to add or remove invalid email addresses button in the email dashboard? Email dashboard and dashboard. Is it possible to remove? Yes, this will come. Yes, that's a very good point. So you see sometimes an email is invalid and it fills up, it's kind of interesting that it is invalid, but do you really want to see them? So would it not be nice that you have a checkbox, send only sent, or send do only bought, or sent and invalid? So that will clean up the interface. What we're also going to do is in the tracking, you see sometimes also duplicate or things what you don't want to see, and this tracking will also get an update, but that's all coming. So first priority is in local biz, create the same kind of interface as Home Advisor USA has, so that you can search for one niche in a region. So that will be the big thing. It will be very quick, and you can collect a lot of businesses. So that is coming. That is coming. So let's see if I can understand this question. In tracking window at the bottom of the page, what does select button do? So you can, if this has multiple pages, and you can jump to page number 5. Okay. What you want to know is that there's a blacklist list, so that you can make sure that emails doesn't get sent out to certain emails or part of emails. And there's also no contact list. So if you get a client or whatever and you don't want that to get contacted again and again, you put them here. Not valid emails get automatically blocked. So before we send it to Amazon mail server, your main server, we use another third-party service which we check if that email exists. Unsubscribe get automatically taken off the list, so that you don't need to do it manually. Yeah, the email tracking screen, the campaign selection, this will get an update how you can select a campaign. So this is just the first round of user interface, so it's get used now a lot more, so we will work on that too. But you want, can you reactivate and unsubscribe? No, you cannot, and I think you don't want that, because that unsubscriber can get ugly if you keep mailing him, so you don't want that. Email templates. So you want to know there's a library. I think this is one of the biggest events. So you can download a predefined email template It makes it set up an email campaign very handy. Okay. Any more questions before Tammy kicks off? So let me ask a question. Okay. And I need your guys' attention now and interaction because I think this is important. Who likes to introduce yourself to a not known prospect, either in person, call, or phone? You know, how is that something you like? Okay, Lloyd said yes, and Keith said nope. I don't like that, Jerry. Repeat the question. Okay, so sorry if I was not clear. So do you like to introduce yourself to somebody else which might be a good prospect? Okay, Lorraine said yes, I do actually. But the question is, do you like it? So you are in a group of within a group of people, and you just like to handshake and say, "Hey, I'm the best marketer of town, and you need me." Would you not like to learn a script from 10 seconds that breaks the ice? What can turn over what can turn what can set up a conversation for success? Okay, even if you do like to shake hands with prospects which you don't know, I think that if they start ask questions to you and they are actually interested what you have to share, it makes that conversation much more pleasant, isn't it? When you guys would not ask any question to me, okay, I don't think I would do weekly webinars. I really think that, okay? It is your guys who motivates me to do those training, okay? If you guys would give, if you would guys would indicate that I don't do a good job and I'm bored and you know and you don't would interact to me with me, I would not do. So maybe I needed more than 10 seconds to get you interested in what we have to share, but at a certain point we felt bounded, you know, we are interested in each other, okay? We have the same interest. So Tammy is going to share some golden nuggets for that, okay? And I want you to take notes and be serious in it, because if you manage this, if you understand this real good content, you feel much more confident to pick up the phone, to introduce yourself. You know, it's like you don't have to think anymore so well what you have to say. It's just you remember that 10-second scripts, and from that moment they're going to ask you questions, and at the moment they're going to ask you questions, they're interested in you instead of you are so interested in them. So hopefully this training what you get from Tammy tonight will change that. I I don't like to interact with, like to introduce myself to. I hope I see a lot of prospects tomorrow because I will have some good interactions. So let us bring in Tammy live on the call. Hi Tammy.
Good. Can you see my screen?
I will, if you
Oh,
request the screen, they can see it.
okay. Let
One
me.
second.
Oops. Okay. I can't see any of my name on the control panel.
Okay, did you request the screen?
I'm not an organizer, so I can't
Oh,
change anything. So
that's
you need
that's
to make
something what
me.
we can change.
Okay.
You are organizer now, and you can request
Let's
the
see.
screen.
Change presenter. Okay. I see. There I am. Okay. And show my screen. Does everybody see my screen?
I see Tammy underlined.
Okay, okay. So this is just an example, and I'll read it to you and listen to it as I say it and see if you can recognize some key type words that you might be able to use for yourself. So I'm going to say this. Tammy Patzer helps people who are struggling to get more clients this week. She does this by training people to write concise pitches to promote their business. Her clients are thrilled that they can create scripts on demand that help them get new clients quickly and easily. Watch and learn now. So that is an example of a very short scripted introduction. And of course, I use that as an example. But before I start, let me just point out you should see a goldfish on your screen. And this goldfish has inspired me tremendously in the last couple of weeks. And the average human attention span in the year 2000 was 12 seconds. But by 2013, it was only 8 seconds, 1 second shorter than that of a goldfish. And this is from research by Microsoft. And I even dug a little bit deeper to see what happened to humans. And back in the 80s, if you know, humans' attention span was actually 30 seconds. That's why we had television commercials that spanned 30 seconds. So now, because of the internet, that's the reason why, we're down to 8 seconds, less than a goldfish that actually has an attention span of about 9 seconds. And if you remember that movie, Finding Nemo, and the fish is swimming around, and they kept, showing that the fish couldn't remember, from 1 second to the next what was going on. That's a good example. But what I want to share with you tonight is some proven strategies, and I'm really excited to tell you about them because I actually have proven that these power pitches work in 10 seconds or less with people who have actually worked with me, and we developed the power pitches. And there's some people you probably know if you've been in the local theme jack family or the lead finder family for any length of time, you'll recognize some of the people that I'm going to talk to you about. And then I'm actually going to share with you a power pitch that we developed as a team, and we've had people go out to BNI meetings, Business Networking International, Chamber of Commerce meetings, or use them in emails or over the phone to get people to either give them appointments, or in a couple cases, people actually closed actual deals, starting conversations with these power pitches. And like Jack was saying, what do you say? And most of us, we fall into the category of extrovert or introvert. What does that mean? Some of us love people and we can just chat until the cows come home. Others of us, people wear us out. That's the introvert. And I personally am an introvert. I get very nervous talking to people for the first time. I I hold a pillow if I go to a party, and when I get home, I'm exhausted. So having a script or something to say that I have memorized to the point where it becomes part of me has really helped me a lot to get and move forward in my life and to actually get in front of people to be a speaker and everything without just shaking and being totally nervous. So right here are a few of the simple power pitches that you can say in 10 seconds or less. Some of these you could probably say in probably less than that 8 seconds. And the idea here is to get somebody's attention so that they say, oh, how do you do that? Or, oh, that's interesting. And they ask you a question back so that you can start having an interaction. We're not trying to sell anybody anything. We're just trying to say something that is interesting enough to get people to say, oh, how do you do that? Or that's interesting, tell me more, or to get them just to engage with you. So remember, everything that we're always talking about, we're always starting with our basic 5 W's and how. So it's who, what, when, where, why, how. And if you have a script, and I'll actually show you a fill in the blank script here that is very easy, but here are some examples of some scripts. Hi, I'm Tammy Patzer. I help legal nurses get out of shift work when I help legal nurses create a full-time targeted legal consulting business in 12 months or less. Okay, that's a very succinct sentence. Hi, I'm Tammy Patzer. I'm a social media educator and advocate. I help local businesses get found online. The idea is that they're going to say, number one, what is a social media educator and advocate? That's kind of different. I help local businesses get found online. So get found online, their ears are going to perk up. Hi, I'm Tammy Patzer. I'm a local marketing consultant. I help professionals create massive online footprints. Massive online footprint, what's that? The idea is to get the people to say, gee, what is that? And then the last sample here. Hi, I'm Tammy Patzer. I am an author and publisher. I help authors write and publish their books. So depending on who I'm talking to, I could literally take this sample and fill in the blanks, and depending on who I'm talking to, I could create a really simple, less than 10-second couple sentences. Hi, I'm Tammy Patzer. I'm a dog trainer and I help struggling dog owners get their dogs to sit. Okay, so I could, no matter what I'm doing or who I am, I can literally take this fill in the blank form and come up with a really short, succinct way to get people's attention. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the people who have been using some of the techniques. And the reason I want to tell you about these people is because they're action takers. And that's one of the things that if you're part of the local Theme Jack family, you've got these phenomenal tools. You've got your local Theme Jacks, you've got all your niches, you've got something to sell. Now you've got to figure out how to sell it. You can either write them emails and go the email route, and or you can get out and talk to people, do presentations, or you can do it one-on-one in person, or you can do webinars or talk to people on the phone. So you've got all of these ways that you can sell your primary product, and let's say it's your website and website services to start out with, and you need to know what to say. And so some people that I'm talking about have either used the presentations that I've shared with them, the evaluation forms I've shared with them, or the power pitches that I've shared with them. Terry Hudson, he's an active member of Local Theme Jack, and he actually took one of my presentations and my evaluation form, and he got 5 out of 9 people to return the evaluation form to him, and then he's closed some of the business that he actually got. He just wrote to me today to tell me that he closed a realtor for about $2,500 and that he just spoke at a local chamber of commerce about YouTube marketing, which of course connects to his websites. Many of you know Yvonne Herbst, and she took action after hearing one of my presentations, and she wrote a power pitch that she learned in this very training that I did probably a couple weeks ago. So I want to share that with you because as you'll see, if you just take this information, you could write your own power pitch tonight, go to a meeting tomorrow, and start getting people to talk to you. And Yvonne, since then, she just heard back from a Chamber of Commerce, and she's actually doing a big video marketing day that I told her about, and she actually got a Chamber of Commerce to let her do a big video marketing day coming up, and she got that idea from our video marketing, where she has her video marketing theme that she worked on. So let me show you what Yvonne's new power pitch is. So she's using what I call the I help formula, and this is not anything, brilliant or new, but it's I help people. People could be any niche, any person. I help attorneys, I help dentists, I help plumbers, I help air conditioning contractors, I help funeral directors. Put in the word people, whatever the niche is you're trying to get, who are struggling to get their businesses found online. Of course, we're promoting the fact that we're online local marketers and that we're helping people get online. I do this by creating a massive digital footprint, a massive digital footprint. You can see that in your mind, this huge, digital footprint. You might see a foot with toes, but then they're going to say, I wonder what that's all about. That positions them as a trusted authority in their target marketplace and funnels more ideal clients to them. So she goes on in that sentence. Okay, so right there, I help people who are struggling to get their businesses found online. I do this by creating a massive digital footprint that positions them as a trusted authority in their target marketplace and funnels more ideal clients to them. Right there, she could just stop and be quiet, and then the people would probably say, really? How do you do that? And then she can continue with the fact that providing social proof, my clients are thrilled with the extra business that flows their way effortlessly after working with me. So she's actually doing she's giving social proof. My clients are thrilled, extra business. She's not making any exaggerated claims. She's just saying they're getting more business and they're not doing the work themselves because the business is flowing their way effortlessly. For example, one of my clients says, before I engaged Herbst Marketing, new business came my way strictly through client referrals. After I engaged Herbst Marketing, website leads equaled the number of client referrals and all but one became bona fide clients. I fully encourage you to sign up with Yvonne to achieve real results that will fatten up your bank account. So that's in quotes, so that somebody said that. And then another one says, traffic to my website increased dramatically after Yvonne redesigned and optimized my website. So this, I think it would be perfect. It would be kind of hard to say verbally, but I think it would be perfect in an email or in writing. And then at the end, if you would like to know more how you can easily attract more perfect customers with less expenditure of time and effort, I invite you to schedule an appointment for a free consultation. So she ends it with a call to action. She reiterates the benefits and the results of what could happen if people work with her, and then she has a call to action. So her new pitch is really good if you were putting something out in writing. And I think the middle, if you were actually talking to someone, remember you're talking to humans, so you would want to go ahead and memorize the basics of this, but put it into very simple language and edit yourself so that it flows naturally. So always practice and record it and listen to what it sounds like, and also listen to if you're stumbling, if you're stumbling through what you're trying to say. Rebecca Happy, she's another person who I've worked with, and she has done her own power pitch. And what I wanted to point out about Rebecca Happy is, again, she's an action taker, and she's taken some of the power pitches and things that she learned and got some customers. And that's the beauty of knowing what to say, is that you can get people to listen to you and you're sounding interesting. You grab their attention, and then whatever it is that you're trying to sell, it is not like selling. It's more that you're having a conversation and you're having a give and take, but you were interesting, so you grabbed their attention. Rhoda Cannon, she had a cold contact script that she was using, and the difference was that what made it so that it went from being basically zero response rate to getting responses was just the fact that instead of having a generic script, she personalized it and took the word like people or business and turned the word into attorney or real estate salesperson or realtor, and that made all the difference in the world. So even if you have scripts, you definitely want to go in and personalize little different things and make it your own, so that sounds like it's coming from a real person instead of just a template that you use. So you've got lots of templates to choose from in your lead finder, Jack. All you have to do is open it up, go in, put a couple words, like if you're working with attorneys, go put in the word attorney, attorneys like you, or put in plumbers, or whatever the niches that you're working. So Rada, again, just because of a couple little tweaks in what she said, she got some clients. And my point that I'm trying to point out here is the fact that if you have something to say and you don't have to worry about it, even if it's a script that you've memorized and you have it in front of you on the phone when you follow up with people, then you can easily keep people interested. Now, here is the script that I wanted to share with you that is powerful. This is the script that I worked with Elaney Davis. She's also a member of our local Theme Jack family. And she took, you'll recognize pieces of this from what Yvonne had. She took a basic power pitch and we discussed it in a live workshop that we did. And we came up with this script, and it's about 30 seconds, but if you notice the very first sentence, I help local businesses specify niche, meaning I help local dentists, I help attorneys, I help DUI attorneys, whatever that specific niche is, who are struggling to be found online or who just want more customers, patients, clients. So what we found is that this script had all of the cool elements in it, and that it would be easy to change pieces of it depending on what you were selling. I do that by creating a massive online footprint with digital media. We use the term digital media for a purpose. It was so that it would cover everything from your responsive website all the way to video and reputation marketing. So we use digital media very specifically so that it would cover the broad spectrum that best fits the business. It may include, and then we have a line in it, it may include press releases, email marketing, mobile websites. It really depends on the business. This line is obviously interchangeable depending on what you're selling. So I think it's really important that you know what it is you're selling. If you're focusing on your mobile responsive websites and maybe video marketing as your continuity, whatever it is that you're putting together as your services, you maybe want to mention one, two, I would say no more than three things that you could provide to them, because you don't want to overwhelm, because as you know, there are many, many services that you can offer. You know, the other day I did a little worksheet, and I found 21 revenue streams just off the top of my head. So I know that there's more than that. And that all started with my local ThemeJack website, that I was able to go, oh, well, I could sell this and this and this. And then it says, all of my clients are thrilled. Again, that social proof by their online presence and how it's helped them grow their customer base. I'm offering a free online presence analysis in 3 minutes or less. Is a lunchtime call a good time for us to talk? And what makes this a really powerful pitch is you've told people what you do and how you help them, because this is all about them. Then you give them this phenomenal offer that you're requesting, that you're going to give them something free, and then you're saying, is lunchtime a good time for us to talk? So you're inviting them to have a conversation with you. And again, the beauty of this power pitch is that you can use it in person, over the phone, or in writing, and you can use it to sell any of your services. All you have to do is plug in the services that you are trying to offer, and then whatever your call to action is a lunchtime call a good time for us to talk? That gave them, think about it, a lunchtime call. Typically that's saying, you know, your lunch hour, and then somebody would either say yes or no, or it could be, you could put anything in that, but it's a call to action, and it's kind of it's when you say lunchtime, the reason that is kind of a strong phrase is because you're saying, you know, I only want a little bit of time. I know you're busy. You know, is lunchtime a good time? And they may say, no, call me at 11 or call me at 10 or 3 or 4, or they'll give you this. But remember, this gives you an opportunity to very easily get this information out in, you can get the first sentence out in less than 10 seconds. The rest of this, I would say, is probably 30 to 45 seconds. But again, you're not trying to just go, you know, to get this all out. You're trying to get them to say, tell me more, and have a back and forth conversation. So I think that's really important. But this power pitch here, Elaine, she took it all started out with plastic surgeons and local businesses, and she was nice enough to type this up so that I could present it in its current form to you. But I think, again, this is one of the power pitches that can be very useful to you if you're selling mobile responsive websites and you're looking for the next step. I get a lot of questions from people. It's like, okay, now what? I've got my local theme jack website. I'm going to offer them the website and hosting, and of course you're customizing it. Then how do I make money after that? Well, you've got a lot of ways to make money after that. You have, it could be email marketing, it could be continuity content, it could be video, you have your paper call, it could be whatever it is that you choose to have as the ongoing service, because they've got a website that'll become the hub or the center of their marketing efforts, their central online presence, and then you can sell them different services that focus around that but lead back to that local, that nice local website that you've helped them to create. Here is another example of the elevator pitch or of a way to talk. And if you look at the words, I consult, and I want you to get that you, as the value provider, you are not a commodity. You want to understand that what you're bringing to the table, you really are a local marketing consultant. You are not somebody just selling them a one-off website. So the word I help or I consult, it's very powerful words, and consult is going to move the amount you can charge up. If you think about words like I help, I consult are all very powerful words, and it helps you to bring value to the people. And your goal as a local marketing consultant is to grow a real business where you are a local marketing consultant earning, 6 figures, 7 figures a year with your product line and your services. So this one, I consult with frustrated and struggling small business owners who want a marketing program that is affordable and easy to execute, and help them implement the exact strategies and tactics they need so that they can instantly generate more leads, attract more clients, and make more money than they have ever made before. So this one is also very strong because you're saying generate more leads, attract more clients, and make more money. And the truth is, if you generate more leads and attract more clients, you're going to make more money. And the big thing about all of everything that I'm talking about is you have to work at it and develop your power pitch. Then you have to either write it in an email, or you have to talk on the phone, or you have to go out and meet people and talk to people and experiment. And Elaine Davis, the day after she was on the call where we developed that power pitch, she went out and she talked. She went to a BNI group. It was like Tuesday. And then the next day she talked to a plastic surgeon. But she went out and she actually got people who, after she did her power pitch, this very power pitch, and she did the I help local businesses generic one for the BNI group, she got people who became her prospects, and she got a plastic surgeon to respond to her. And this was last week, and at the last meeting, she was meeting with these people and getting new business. And the cool thing about this is, I believe on one of the calls we had a couple weeks ago, someone used their power pitch and actually got business. So that's what I have for tonight. And it's basically, it all boils down to this, that if the average human attention span is only 8 seconds, 1 second shorter than a goldfish, we have to grab people's attention, and you can apply the power pitch concept to anything you do. It can be talking to people, it can be an email, it can be face to face, it could be on the telephone. Whatever way you can communicate with people, if you can put who you are and what you do and what your services are into a short 10-second sentence that says, how do you do that, so that you can go into the next part of it and keep their attention, the odds are that you're going to get more appointments, more consultations, more opportunities to sell your product. And the beauty of it is that you are not selling, you're educating and giving these people information. And another thing is, you can help the people that you work with their own power pitches and get paid for it. That's the beauty of this. It is what I'm teaching you. It's something that you can apply not only to you, but you can apply it to your clients and get paid for giving them their personal power pitch. So Jack, do we have any questions? I'll see if.
So, what do you guys think? Was that not a wow? What a simple power pitch can change? What can do with you? If you get this, if you get to manage this, if you understand what you just got taught, you will be much more successful if you haven't been to get new clients. Marie-Therese said, I'm going to put this to work. Philip said, very good stuff. I will definitely help. Thanks.
I just
Brian
stuck.
said, simple and powerful.
It is really simple and really powerful. And I really think that if you apply this, and I know, like, I see there are people in the chat right now who have been in the training, who actually were part of the workshops that we did, and they were part of how we deconstructed and then put it all back together, and how we practiced. If you practice this, and just so that it flows out of you, and it'll give you that confidence, because many of us, if it's like somebody says hi to us, like, what do you do? And we say, I do online marketing, because we do so much, we don't know what to say. That's always been my big problem. It's like, well, what do you want? I can do it. But if we actually know who we are and what our services are, and we have a nice couple sentences, and then we practice that, and we get a firm grasp on what it is that we want to offer as our, let's call it our foot in the door strategy, which I would say that our local theme jack websites and hosting, which is basic, we're giving them a customized local theme jack website with hosting, that so you get that a little bit of monthly money coming in. That's your foot in the door or your starter package, and then you go from there. And if you just look at the local theme jack, and I have shown you before when I did the 21 ways, all of the components of that website that makes it a powerful theme. And I can, it's just phenomenal, all of the money making revenue streams that if you just start to deconstruct that, you go, oh, I can make money off of social media, I can make money off of email, I can make money off of pay-per-click, I can make money off of video. I mean, you'll just start, if you just sat down and started writing it down, 5 minutes of brainstorming, and you would see, oh, wow, I've got in one website the possibilities of 20, 25, 30 revenue streams that over the course of a year from each client, when you become their marketing consultant, because that is the power you have when they know, like, and trust you, they will come to you for everything marketing, and that includes their online marketing and their offline marketing because it has to be integrated. And they will ask you for advice. I have clients who I do everything from, I started out with their website, but now I do their brochures and their direct mail. Or I do photography services for a jeweler because they needed photography for their website. So oh yes, I offer that service. And so I went and found a photographer, and we, keep updating their website. So what you're going to find is just by this one little lesson, if you start thinking about who you are and the services that you offer, this one little power pitch could help you to really define you and your services and help you see those revenue streams that are open to you. You've got your website, you can offer the hosting, and then of course you want to keep growing that as they know, like, and trust you.
So while Tammy was speaking, I was thinking, you guys come weekly on a webinar, and I appreciate that, but that is not your goal. Your goal is to succeed with internet marketing. So I would like to get some feedback on this idea. Would you be willing to write your own power pitch and put it in the Facebook group? Every one of you guys. There's nothing like good or bad, but I think to um, to get your hands around and to be serious and not wasting your time to come on my webinar and to go to the next webinar, I think um, you need to give some commitment to this. And I feel, how can we check each other commitment is, I think, by putting your own power pitch into the Facebook group. And I think that will result that everybody is going to look at it and comment on it, and we will know which power pitch will work, because at the end, I hope at least, you are going to put it in practice, and I hope you will report results. And if your power pitch doesn't work, that is a good result too, because we can learn this power pitch work and that other power pitch doesn't work. So I would like to ask you, in return of Tammy's time and in return of my time, in return of your own time, that you going to get serious with your power pitch and put it in Facebook group. And if you don't put it in Facebook group, I feel that you are not serious with your local internet marketing business. So that's what I feel. And if you are already long on the call, um, My wish is that you succeed. So I hope you take this serious. So it shouldn't take you more than a day. So tomorrow I want you to see your first version in the Facebook group. Doesn't matter if it's good or not good. There's nothing some like that, you know. It is about taking action. And if we do that all in the Facebook group, we will get many of them and we will comment each other on them. And I hope you do one more thing. You will put it in practice and also let us know which one worked, of yours worked. And in a week or so, we will have the best power pitch on earth. Do you guys see that? If we are at least with 100 persons, okay? And if we do all this action this week, we make a power pitch tonight and we put it tomorrow in the Facebook group, or you can do it already now in the Facebook group. You, everybody sees a couple of prospects each week. Even when you go shopping, you go to the restaurant, you walk to a mall, you walk to a strip, you will see prospects. And if you don't see, you are blind. Okay? So you can email or whatever. There's always prospect. 1/3 of your day, if you have been on a Sunday call, 1/3 of your day should be prospecting. So pick up the phone, you know, that's the easy part, or walk indoors or whatever, you know, and put it in practice. And tell, just share what worked and didn't work. And I'm 100% positive that by end of the week, if we do this all together, we will have a couple of power pitches which are just brilliant. You know, this from Aline Davis is already brilliant, but maybe it's not completely your niche. And if we do all together, we have also for other niches or for other services. Okay? So I like from your guys a yes or a no in the chat box if you commit to it. Okay? I don't see I see a lot of yeses, but I don't see all yeses. So I like you to, if you are not uh, paying attention, just do something else. Okay? I want to see all yeses or a no. If you say no, you know, I don't feel offended. But if you are serious, I want to see yes. So are you serious? Are you serious with becoming successful with local internet marketer? Okay, so instead of going open your email right after the webinar, I want you to write the power pitch. Okay, instead of checking the nice shiny product, I want you to write your power pitch. And the next step is I want you to put it in Facebook group and we do that all together. And by end of the week, we will have a very good one. I'm 100% positive. This 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 common how do you call it? Common thing what we do together, common action, common campaign will result uh, will result in something what we created together with Tammy's help, because Tammy is the engine of this. Okay, I'm just I'm just rewarding Tammy's words. Okay, so Tammy is the engine, but you um, you want to benefit from it, and the only thing how you can benefit is from taking action, not being on this call. Okay, so it's not that you have the tool that you are successful. No, you have to implement the tools, you have to put it to practice. That action makes you successful. So if you, I don't know if you guys under this call, and I started in October, we're doing those training webinars. Do you guys remember what the first call was about? The first call was not about how to use local team, Jack. Who's from you guys were in since October on the call? Where did I started with? Right, with goals, with taking action, you know? So you have all the tools. Don't worry about that. It is about action. And together with using the right words can change your success. And that is, if you read my email, for the invitation of this webinar, you you found out that I was serious in those 10 seconds. And those 10 seconds can break or make you to get new clients. And I feel very good with my idea. I get a lot of positive feedback. So I'm happy that all of you guys want to work with that. And if you don't want to work with it, then maybe those training webinars are not fitted for you, okay? Because my intention is to make you successful. So you want to, how do you say that? You want to participate with that. Okay, so with that said, I don't want to take up more time of you. I'm going after the call. I'm going to the Facebook group and looking forward for you guys' power pitch post. And please interact with each other about each power pitch. And next is you take action. Use your power pitch. Make a phone call, email, handshake new prospects. Just do something with it. And once you have done something with it, let's say you have applied 10 times. So let's agree we at least we apply 10 times your power pitch, okay? And after you apply 10 times, you go back to the Facebook group and you share if it worked or didn't work. And I'm sure a couple of you guys worked, and we can learn all of them. Okay, so that is where I want to end with. So I'm looking for a very interactive Facebook this week where we can learn and share the results. Thank you so much. Tammy, thanks for your time and your greatly power pitch training.
Thank you. Thanks,
And,
everybody.
and I'm looking for a very interactive Facebook uh, this week. Thank you so much.